Ihahanda na ho ng Department of Justice ang pagsasampa ng kasong perjury.
Delikado po kayo rito sa perjury. Because you stated under oath that all the material allegations here are true and correct of your own personal knowledge, hindi or and culled from authentic records. Very clear po, wala, maski isa, wala pong authentic record dito eh. Not even the alleged COA report. Wala, ang dali ho kumuha sa COA, hindi kayo kumuha eh. Para iatas nyo dito, sinasite nyo lang yung Rappler na sila ang nagsabi nun. Maski nga po mayor o governor lang, hindi mahirap pong file ng, ito po presidente po ito at nakita nyo man po lahat, nakikinig tayo rito for this. So now, let me proceed. Annex A, wala rin po. Annex B, can you look at your Annex B? Copies of the respective summaries of the transaction of the President Duterte's children as listed above. Alam naman po ninyo, violation of rights na nito ng mga anak ni Presidente dahil bawal naman po tumingin ng mga secrecy of bank deposits. You're making this committee private to Commission of Legal Activities. Saan po nila nakuha ito? Was there an impeachment court that authorized the release of these documents? Meron po ba?
Mr. Chair, ulit po, sinasabi ko po, ito ay binigay lang po ayon doon sa report sa Ombudsman. Binigay po kay Senator Trillanes, and nakita ko po yung record, and I believe in this, Mr. Chair.
Anong record po yung nakita nyo? Sino po nag-issue nun? Was there a bank that certified na yan ay may deposit? Ito, halimbawa, Sara Duterte, 121 million pesos. Where did you base this amount?
Mr. Chair, sinasabi ko po nga, yung records ay based doon sa record ng AMLAC report. Yun record na nakuha po ng the person that got that from the Ombudsman.
Who is this person?
Yun nga po, according to the affidavit of Senator Trillanes, a certain Demesa, Mr. Chair.
You heard him, Your Honors, according to the affidavit of Senator Trillanes. An affidavit is hearsay by itself, unless it has been subjected to cross-examination. So hearsay na ngayon affidavit ni Senator Trillanes, yung pa ang basis mo as authentic records. Kaya nga ho sinasabi ko, multiple hearsay na po ito, quadruple hearsay. At mahirap naman po to drag the whole house into things like this, and then you're expecting na we will issue the subpoena, yung impeachment court lang po ang pwede mag-issue niyan. Kung isasampa po natin, ngayon, in the meantime, propaganda po nangyayari dito. Which is, pardon my saying it, ginawa po ni Senator Trillanes na magdalo sa Senado yan. Pinanagot at inakusa si Presidente, wala pong nangyari. Ginagawa niyo rin po dito eh. So parang stereo po itong nangyayari. You are coming to us, and in fact, I am warning you, Your Honor, you may be subjected to ethics case here. Because you are stating under oath, now you are saying that hindi naman pala totoo yung verification nyo. That these are of your personal knowledge.
Mr. Chair, I stand by my statement, Mr. Chair, that when I saw the documents, the different affidavits of the witnesses, I believe that I checked these statements based on what I have seen and based on the authentic records.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, may I get a categorical? So, all of your allegations are based on information coming from other persons. You do not have any personal knowledge. Yung talagang alam mo mismo, nakita mo mismo, perceiving as a man of sound mind, nakita mo and makita mo, makwento mo sa amin. Is there such any allegation here na galing sa sarili mo perception?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
My personal knowledge is based on the records when I browsed through it and checked with the statements of the President.
I'm done, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for that. So, marami na to.
Number 3 states, we hereby confirm and affirm that the material allegations made therein, meaning to this complaint, are true and correct of our own personal knowledge and as culled from authentic records. Do you affirm this?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed with the determination of sufficiency, inefficiency of the impeachment complaints to the form, may I request, Mr. Chair, that may I be allowed to have my opening statement or sponsorship of the impeachment complaint? Because I will answer the specific questions of the majority for leader.
No, Mr. Chairman, I have the floor. We do not have opening statements of complainants here. There is a pending complaint here. The committee will dispose of the complaint. You will answer questions made by the committee or its members. A complainant cannot make an opening statement here. We are now determining sufficiency on form, so let me proceed. Now, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
I will ask the complainant.
The majority leader has the floor.
First, in charge number 1, the complainant states under oath that in just over 8 months since he assumed office last June 30, 2016, more than 8,000 individuals, more or less, have been killed in Respondent Duterte's war on drugs. And the PNP's Oplan Tokang and Oplan Double Barrel, particularly in police operations, as well as in vigilante and gangland style of assassinations and or executions or salvagings, most of which have gone uninvestigated by the authorities. Now, I will ask the complainant, do you have personal knowledge of 8,000 more or less killings committed in this campaign?
Mr. Chair, I insist that I will be given the opportunity to make a statement because, Mr. Chair, I will go over it. I will be able to cover these questions if I will be given the chance to make a statement. Because, for fairness, Mr. Chair, this is an important issue. Why I should not be allowed to make a statement?
You will make a statement at the proper time. We are still on the form. We have not even considered the entire complaint itself. That will happen later when we go to the substance. So these are questions being posed upon you as the complainant because you did the verification. You swore to the truth of these material matters based on your own personal knowledge. So before we even go to that point that you would make your remarks, I will give you that time when we go to sufficiency in substance.
Mr. Chair, kaya nga po sinasabi ko ho na di ba ho at the start, maklaro ko ho yung aking tayo, yung aking statement sa issue na ito before we go to the details. Because I will answer, yes, Mr. Chair, I will answer the question.
Then please do answer kasi pointed questions to para mas mabilis nating ma-resolve itong mga issues na to because we are only dealing on the form. And there is in the rule that the complaint must be verified and you as a complainant complied with that. But before we can even go to the specific allegations, yun ang tinatanong kung meron ka bang personal knowledge. Yun lang naman yung tinatanong. Kanya please let us proceed by requiring you to answer the queries of the majority leader.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order, please. Here. De Vera, yes.
Sige.
Your Honor,
What is the point of order?
Since the point of order, Your Honor, since the majority leader is asking for personal knowledge, maybe the committee be informed or enlightened. What is the meaning of personal knowledge, Mr. Chairman? Your Honor, please.
Well, personal, is he asking the...
Your Honor, for the guidance of Congressman Alejano, so that in asking, it's not because I'm belittling him, but the legal meaning of personal knowledge, Your Honor.
Anyway, unang-una, when you raise a point of order, you must point out the rule that is being violated. Now you're asking for a clarification rather than a point of order. And if only to accommodate you, Would you wish to answer that, Majority?
No more. I am asking the complainant to affirm his verification. So may I proceed? Since he stated under oath that the material allegations, and this is the first allegation he made, that the president is responsible for the killing of more than 8,000 people. So I'm asking him, as he has already stated under oath twice, that these material allegations are true and correct of his own personal knowledge. So I'm asking, is it correct and true that he has personal knowledge of at least more or less 8,000 killings?
Mr. Chair, I will answer that question, but I would like to, I would have wanted to ask this. I've been raising kanina pa ho. I would like to inquire sana how we go about the hearing, because we know that there are different stages, the form, substance, and then determination of the probable cause. I would have wanted to clarify the sequence and clarification whether I will be given the statement. But nonetheless, yung statement ko sana ay magsasagot din po sa tanong ni Majority
Please,
Leader.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask that the complainant answer a very simple question? He
Sasagutin
stated
ko po.
under oath, so does he have personal knowledge of at least, to quote his own averment, more than 8,000 individuals more or less have been killed in respondent Duterte's war on drugs?
May I be allowed to read my answer to the majority for
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Read your answer
Yes.
only on that point that was being asked, not of any remarks that you averted to earlier. So just on that point, do you have
I will answer,
personal
Mr.
knowledge
Chair.
of that, just on that point?
May I be allowed to read my answer to the question to the majority for
Just on that point.
Yes.
If it will respond to the question,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman.
It will
Okay,
respond.
thank you.
So, Mr. Chair, on the issue of the truthfulness of the verification included in the complaint, mayroon pong question nga na si Majority Floor Leader sa verification na kaakibat ng aking impeachment complaint kung saan sinabi ko I am attesting to the truth of the facts alleged in my impeachment complaint of my own personal knowledge as culled from authentic records. Unang-una po, halos lahat ng nakasaad sa aking impeachment complaint ay galing po sa open sources. Particular na sa mga policy statements, public speeches, and media pronouncements ni President Duterte mismo. Tayo pong lahat mismo ay narinig ang mga talumpati at pahayag sa media ng Pangulo kung saan inutusan niya ang ating
Mr.
mga...
Chairman,
Mr.
may I ask to answer the question because he's now talking of
Mr.
newspaper accounts. Do you have personal knowledge of 8,000 killings? That's the question. Very simple. Yes or no?
The personal knowledge na ako po mismo nakakita sa pinatay, hindi po.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Kaya nga po,
Okay,
Mr. Chair,
let me
I would
proceed.
have answered the
Let me
question of
proceed,
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
And then, again, it states here that when, second paragraph, following that, Rodrigo Duterte is reported to be responsible for the murder and deaths of at least 1,424 individuals in Davao City from 1998 to 2015 to the entire country. Do you have personal knowledge of these allegations of deaths being committed by the Davao Death Squad? I ask the complainant, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Before that, can you please answer that? There is a pending question.
Mr. Chair, I wanted to answer the question. I was not allowed to read my answer because nandito po yung sagot. I understand there's a question. I will answer that because you're asking me personal knowledge of a witness. What I stated here, personal knowledge of a complainant and an endorser. So I would like to answer that, Mr. Chair.
No, Mr.